let's just start with the great Cornholio Jackson Hole 10,000 feet meeting that starts Thursday that we've been talking about here for weeks, QE, whatever you want to call it. Listen, you and I were talking about this before they could even talk about QE. They had to have a sell-off. Well, we've had that 20% sell-off now. And we have the great Cornholio meeting beginning Thursday. Now everybody's talking about it. Now you and I are talking about a place to maybe swing long for a bit. We're getting near those levels. Give us your thoughts there, mister.
Well, I still think we have work to do down below. So an area I'm eyeing on the ES is 1068.5, and I've been eyeing that for a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You've been eyeing that. I've been with you on, just give me a close or two, whether it's 1099, 1001, I don't care where the close is. But give me something in the tens before we rally, and then you got the end of the summer limp happening here also.
Yeah. There's a lot of inefficiencies in the market, and so we can talk about these HFT guys. I guess I'm one of those guys. You come in and trade it. Yeah.
Let's put this whole high frequency crap to bed because I think it's crap. It's not new. Machines have always run the largest the largest trades. And what I mean by that, let's not, computer trading is one thing that's been going on for 45, 50 years. That's not new. The big funds still control the bulk of the flow, if you will. That's all we're talking about here. And this is not new, whether it was 1905 versus 2011. It doesn't matter. The big money has always run and driven the markets and the price. But the only thing that matters, Carl, is price. So we all know that 70% of the trading is done by the big money, the big funds, whether it's mutual funds, whether it's hedge funds, whether it's the Kennedy family. It doesn't matter. That's where the big money has always been. So blaming HFT is silly. It's a waste of time. It is what it is.
No, and I guess the thing that I would probably think about is that the bankers, Wall Street, whatever you want to call them, had the earnings pegged wrong for the market, and so this is why we are where we are. Also, some toxic soup I think it's toxic soup. All this QE that the government does. I think it's absolutely the wrong thing to do. If you do it, it'll all come off and then some. And look where we are. It's all come off.
We agree. Big government, always bad.
Yeah, so I guess what you need to figure out.
Free market's good. Yeah.
Yes, and there's nothing unhealthy about what's going on right now. I mean, it's a healthy thing for this to happen. I mean, and honest to God, if you want to hunt for bargains, good quality stocks. I mean, you don't want junk brought up and buy that, right? You don't want to buy that. You want to buy good quality companies at a value. And that's what's being created here, I think. And so, if Bernanke does QE3, will the market go higher? Absolutely. I don't think it'll last as long this next time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, every prop job is shorter and shorter. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. So the people that, there's nothing unhealthy. I don't see anything unhealthy what's going on. Now, what I do think is problematic are companies like Bank of America and potentially what they have underneath the hood.
But
that could be a big trouble.
Here, that is absolutely the truth, but let them fail. Let's see what's under the hood.
Oh, you need to let them fail. And this stuff in Europe, they need haircuts across the board, and let's get on with it. You know what I mean? And then we can trade.
Exactly. Let's grow up. Let's deal with the shit that we didn't deal with in 07, 8, 9.
People are not stupid right now about what's going on. The majority of the people that I talk to, the everyday people that I talk to, have this bad feeling inside them that something's not quite right.
So let me ask you this. Looking at just a chart, I wanted to ask you about this, and we didn't talk about this before we came on the air. So don't mean to catch you off guard, but I know you'll have a good you'll have a good answer for me. Goldman Sachs traded down to 47, okay, in the fall of '08. And, Mr. Buffett started buying in the summer of '08. He kept buying, and taking heat. He had a big position. This thing definitely turned around well before the market bottomed, which I find interesting now, thinking about it now. So we are back. Goldman closed at 106.51. In the March timeframe of 09, when the SPX hit 666 and bottomed, this thing had already doubled. It had already gone to 100. And that's about right where we are, interestingly enough. And that March 2000 is right where Goldman was on its upswing from 47 to 100, on its way to 190. Goldman is definitely clearly in a downtrend, has been for longer than the rest of the market. Again, preceded the market going up, preceding it going down, but it always tells us which way the market is going. What do you think about that?
I think Uncle Warren ought to buy it then, you know. I think there's problems. I think there's problems with financial companies right now. So,
well, yeah, and that still is yet to be resolved, and there's definitely some
Well, let me just say this.
Meetings going on, I guess, is my point, right?
No. I'll say this about financial companies and the markets in general. Nothing, has been fixed from our problems from the '08 crash or whatever you want to call it. Nothing. In fact, we have more regulation now, but nothing has been done to prevent these problems from happening again. Everybody's all levered up and everybody's shit again, right?
Yeah.
The market manipulation is rampant.
Yeah.
Rampant. So, nothing's been fixed. Nobody wants to address fixing the problems.
Too big to fail has become too big to delay, whatever you want to say. Right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Our own Federal Reserve, from, the things that we read, they're levered, 56 to 1.
Yeah.
That's good. That's your money.
Not mine.
Well.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You have kids, right?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
That's your kid's future right there. That's what, I don't know. That's what I think about it.
Well, so here's the other thing on Goldman Sachs. If you brought up a weekly, that low 47.41 to the high 193.60, your golden retrace we hit today, Carl, 103.54. We actually went a little bit lower, but interesting. I'm going to point it out. Fibonacci right here. We may be ready for a big rally in financials and the rest of the market. Watch Goldman. Watch the SPOOs. Watch for the 10XX. Too big to fail as a zombie. It's a big zombie. We both agree. Let's take the pain, deal with it, grow up, and
I don't know that any of the adults in the room are ready for that.
I know, but like you said, I'm more than ready. Here's the thing. Here is the bottom line. There is plenty of money on the sidelines. There is plenty of money willing to buy these things at a haircut, but not here and not now. And until then, get your big fat government mitt out of the way and let it happen. Let it happen. Grow up, grow up, grow up. It's okay. We'll make it.
Yeah, I just don't know that we're ready for that yet. So, what's going to come next? Is it going to be QE3, or are we going to let the markets trade naturally? And because I think we could have a hell of a rally without any.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the most bullish thing in the world, man.
It would be.
Oof. Yeah.
We're not going to do it. We're going to take that. We're going to take. This is what I said this. I said this when Bush too. In the 07, 08 period. This is great. Let it happen.
Yeah. I know, but we actually stopped.
All he had to say when he started TARP 1 and TARP 2 was, we are not going to do this. We're going to do the right thing and take the medicine today. It's going to make us ill, but we will be healthy after. If he would have done that then, it would have.
I know. I agree with that. Now, the problem is back then we did stop transacting for a few days.
Fine.
No, which that's not good. So, But we are transacting. Everybody, you see everybody out, blowing their moolah. They're as complacent as can be. So, that's okay though. That's okay. That's okay. You want people to spend money. So, there are great companies out that are making new things, new products, and it's okay, man. But I don't know that we're ready for that yet. So
you're ready, I'm ready, but the rest of the world isn't ready.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I think we have appointments lower. So the tough nut to break around. Everybody's watching 19, but that's not what I'm watching. So, but psychologically, once we break that 1100 nut, we will roll.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's when you start you have your shopping list out.
Sharpen your tools. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're ready.
So.
All right. Until then, trade well and be careful out there, folks.
All right, take it easy.
Bottoms are a process. They're not a moment. So.
That's right. Okay, man.
All right. Peace.